Whistleblowing LGBTQ plus women activists are completely ruining video game industry. And I agree. Also, LGBTQ plus IA in some cases is really a mouthful. And I'm not saying that in any deviant sense. Okay, so there was a whistleblower from BioWare. And here are some of the things they've had to say. Now, there's a lot, so I'm not going to cover every bit of it, but I got some highlights I'm going to go over. This point, what?
It seems like they're pushing this. There's more and more whistleblowers for these companies coming out.
Well, there hasn't been that many whistleblowers, but to see even one is great. And yeah, I've seen like two or three so far. I mean, not that I've seen all of them, but the ones I've personally noticed. But let's get into this. This point speaks volumes about the evolving culture within BioWare and far beyond to other studios where leadership roles have been increasingly tied to diversity initiatives rather than merit or experience. Even though I have 18 years of experience, I was pushed aside in favor of two non binary and woke type women who only had 1 to 2 years of experience within the whole industry. The emphasis on representation at the expense of experience is not only unsettling for veterans in the industry, but also straight up illegal, at least illegal in theory, which, yeah, it is illegal. This is a constant trend. I continue to hear people who feel their hard work and tenure are being completely disregarded in favor of diversity. And yes, I have heard this everywhere, not just in the video game industry, Hollywood. I've heard it from comedians, the comic book industry, all, you know, any type of entertainment providing industry for the most part. But yes, it goes beyond entertainment as well.
Isn't it in the Linux community too?
Yeah, the open source community and most likely the entire software community that provides, well, in a sense, entertainment, more of a service. Senior employees are being asked to train their replacements. Get that.
Oh
For
God.
seasoned professionals, being passed over for a promotion is painful enough, but having to mentor someone far less experienced to do the role you were more qualified for, that's just an insult, added insult. Yeah, imagine that. It's like, okay, you've been in the role for, I don't know, say 10 years, and they're like, we're picking this green haired, nose ring, non binary, you know, black or whatever the case. And they're, not that I have a problem with this, that, or whatever. It's the fact that they're promoting them falsely for no good reason when they lack experience. Not only that, they're there for the job to push their agenda to advertise their sexuality and lifestyle more than anything else.
Yeah.
Seeing major players in the game industry prioritize optics over fostering a genuine inclusive environment for all employees is heartbreaking, and it will ultimately lead to a perception of performative diversity and approach that completely undermines the moral for their teams. I felt like a tongue twister. It's basically saying they're not really promoting inclusivity. They're
Yeah.
just for optics. They're putting these well, umbrella term is woke. They're pushing these political minded people first and foremost.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, and it continues, but you get the gist of it. What are your thoughts?
the
And this
whole
was a
idea.
female. It would seem to me, best I could figure out, this was a female who leaked this information.
Yeah. Well, the whole idea of there's a lot to uncover. My thoughts are basically if you've got to put these kinds of people in your company first and foremost, then your company's going down the shitter to begin with, and
Well,
you're just
this is
to
BioWare who recently released Dragon Age, Felhard, Velgard.
yeah, and they're if you got to put these kinds of people who don't have the experience to make good games into the limelight, basically you're just trying to trump up points with the consumers because that's what you think they want, when in reality it's
Well,
the exact
that
opposite.
and their biggest money ties, their like BlackRock, for example, are saying you have to get ESG points. And yes, that's a real thing. That's not just a talking point or this or that. It's a real thing. And they're saying we'll give you money if you do it in such a way, which probably includes promoting those types of people. Which they're the company that said you have to force behaviors.
Yeah.
Now, Dragon
And
Age: The Veilguard was basically supposed to be an RPG, but it ended up being a one big long promotion ad for the LGBTQAI plus lifestyle.
yeah,
And even, you know, went along the lines of shaming you for this and that and everything else.
yeah. and
But yeah,
and
this video is primarily about a whistleblower telling what's actually happening in the industry.
well, the thing is another thing that caught my attention is they're wanting their employees that might have been there for years, a decade or more, to train these idiots that don't know their ass from a hole in the
Well,
ground.
I even heard this happening at Disneyland. I believe it was that they're promoting these type of people over the seniors and having them train these type of people, and then, you know, to further that, like the rides they were operating were getting people hurt by malfunctioning or being operated incorrectly.
Oh God.
It's like it says here, the LGBTQ friendly public image push. It is obvious the studio is shifting its focus on trying to push the LGBTQ friendly work environment image to the general public. I wish they would rephrase that LGBTQ blah 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 blah. Make it something that is, at least is pronounceable.
Yeah. But this kind of thing, I mean, it's like, to me, it's like a balloon and you fill it with so much air and it's going to blow up. That's
Well,
kind of what this reminds me
here's
of.
the thing. People are only going to have so much of this, and there's going to be a backlash, and that backlash is going to make us all look ugly because the ugliness is going to come out in everyone. And you know, when backlashes, when things get bad enough that it causes a backlash, well, it's just ugly, and it shows the worst in everyone, and it's going to intensify everything.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
very
that's been
true.
our quick look at a whistleblower for BioWare. Like and subscribe, and we do have in the description a donation link. Do that if you would like. And until next time, we're out.